Well, the Blue Jays lose the series to the New York Yankees, losing today 4-2. Masahiro Tanaka was the starting pitcher for the Yankees. Marcus Stroman was the starting pitcher for the Blue Jays. And what a big start for Marcus Stroman, for many different reasons. As much as I don't want the Jays to trade him, and I would love them to sign Marcus Stroman, if they are to trade Marcus Stroman, a team like the Yankees are in that mix. So, it's kind of a good, hey, you have a look at me now. And you look at the way Marcus Stroman finished up that informal first half of the year. He obviously got hurt, right? And he missed the All-Star game. And a lot of people are questioning his health after that. But seeing him out there today doing a fantastic job, Marcus Stroman's just fine. And there was lots of scouts in the building. I heard Philadelphia scouts were out there. And there was lots of scouts at the Yankees and Blue Jays game, more or less looking at Marcus Stroman from the Blue Jays. So, look, if they get a lot back for Stroman, I'm not going to complain. It's just, as of right now, I don't want him gone. But if he is to go, then I want to get the maximum value you can. And you trade him now, if they're going to trade him at all. And what a great start for Marcus Stroman. He went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, and struck out 7 guys. I thought he was spectacular all game long. He went into one issue there in the second inning where he gave up a 2-run single to Gio Urshela, former Blue Jay, very, 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 very short time, of course. But I don't like that call. I don't know if that was the bench. I don't know if that was Danny Jansen. I don't know if that was Marcus. I don't think it was Stroman, really. But why do you face Gio Urshela in that moment? The guy is hitting .350 with runners in scoring position this year. He's been a very clutch player for the New York Yankees. You have a base open. And the number 9 hitter is on deck, Austin Romine. A guy you can either get a strikeout from or get into a ground into a double play. Now, if he gets an RBI, oh well. I'd rather the number 9 hitter get a sac fly and beat you than have Gio Urshela beat you and get a 2-run single, as he did. Because look at what happened to Romine that next at-bat there. He strikes out. And if you walked, I mean, look, I'm not saying they would have been the exact same situation, but if you're Marcus Stroman, you look for that double play ground ball. That's what he's so good at. The double play was not in order. And a guy at the plate is very good with runners in scoring position. You put him on, you get the double play in order for the number 9 hitter. They don't do that. They get the 2-run single from Gio Urshela and it's a 2-0 Yankees lead. And they go to the top of the 5th inning, and the hero from yesterday's ball game, Randal Grichuk, comes to the plate, and he hits a ball deep to right center field, and it was carrying, and it goes deep and gone to right center field off of Masahiro Tanaka. For some reason, Randal Grichuk is only like a .230 hitter. The Blue Jays as a team over quite a while have not been very good hitters off of Masahiro Tanaka, but Randal Grichuk is 4 for 12 off of Tanaka with 3 home runs. What? I don't know, but it's a solo shot. The lead's cut in half. A couple batters later, Eric Sogard comes up to the plate and he gets a fastball. Probably about, I guess letters high. It's up there, and somehow he gets underneath it just enough to hit it deep and gone to right field over the short board. Excuse me, guys. And we're tied at 2. 2 solo shots for the Blue Jays there in the 5th to get them on the board and to tie the ball game. And we got a whole new ball game now. But then we go to the bottom of the 5th. And like I've always said, you want to put up a 0 after your team just got you back in it and tied the ball game. Well, Gio Urshela hits an infield single to short. And we're like, okay, well, that's not a good start. That's not where you want to see it. But then he walks Romine on a full count, does Marcus Stroman. Now there's 2 on and nobody out for the top of the lineup. Or sorry, for the bottom of the lineup. Talkman, I think it is, or I think it's how you pronounce his name. And he bunts it up to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and lucky, obviously makes the catch, and that's 1 out. But now you have the top of the lineup to deal with. He gets DJ LeMahieu to ground into a fielder's choice. Not a good feed from Eric Sogard from second to short to Freddie Galvis. They try to get him at first, not in time. And that gets the second out. That's great. But it brings up Aaron Judge to the plate to face Stroman with a runner in scoring position and 2 out. And Stroman throws a ball wide. It bounces right back to Danny Jansen. I think it was, who was coming home? I think it was Urshela. And he just, right as it goes past Danny Jansen, he starts booking it home. So he ain't stopping. Jansen's there. And he tags up at the chest. And Urshela has a crazy slide, a good slide. and he gets that leg in there. You know, I don't know if it's the rule of you can't block the plate that's in Danny Jansen's head, so he doesn't want to get in front of that, or if it was a tentative play on his part, or it was just a bad tag. I don't know what it was for Danny Jansen. You have to talk to him about that. I'm not sure what was going on in his mindset at that point. I know it was all happening very quickly. I get that, but that tag was a really high tag. You know, Danny Jansen's a great catcher. He knows what he has to do. That's why I question that and say, what was going on there? I don't really know why he tagged him up really high. He could have got down there right in the plate, got it right in front of the plate, and had Gio Urshela run his foot right into his glove. That could have been the case, or even his leg or ankle or whatever. But he got him right up here, you know, and most of the time when a player slides in feet first and you tag them up here, they're safe. He ends up they call him out initially. They review it. Call gets reversed. Run comes in, and it's a 3-2 Yankee lead. Ends up being the game-winning run, and that's tough. Now, for some weird reason, they bring in Derek Law in a one-run game in the 7th inning. I'm not really sure why they're bringing out a Derek Law, a guy with almost a 7 ERA. Has not been good for this team at all this year. And you put him out there in a one-run ball game, and he gives up a solo shot to the number 9 hitter to give him a 2-run lead. So, I mean, if the Jays' confidence ain't shot already, there it goes. And the rest of the game, they don't get much offense. Ideally, throughout the game, they didn't get much offense. Only 2 runs on 6 hits for the Blue Jays. You know, you look at the first 3 games of this series, first 3 games back from the All-Star break, they just haven't been very good. They've had under 200. They've struck out 29 times. They've walked 3 times. What was this team so good at during that stretch that they were scoring 5 or more runs? They were playing really good baseball. They were being patient. And it started with Biggio taking walks. Then Gurriel was being patient. Vladdy was being patient. And then it just kind of spread throughout the entire team. And yeah, you were losing some games and whatnot. But they were having better approaches at the plate. And you didn't see that in this series. A lot of swing and miss. Like I said, 29 strikeouts in 3 games. That's a lot. And watching guys like Biggio and Vladdy today, they just looked a lot of wavy swings, a lot of half-ass swings, and they just didn't look confident out there. You know, both Vladdy and Kevin Biggio, both went 0 for 4 in the ball game. Kevin Biggio had a couple strikeouts, and Vladdy had a strikeout. And that strikeout Vladdy had, he looked silly on every pitch. So I don't know what they're thinking. Now, ideally, they're facing grade A quality pitchers. So you could arguably say these are guys that have less than 200 plate appearances in the big leagues against guys who have been all-stars year after year. So it's really hard to get a gist off of that. I understand that. But we want to start seeing the better at-bats. You know, with better at-bats comes results. And you saw that with Biggio. He was taking his walks. He was looking good. Then he got pitches to hit because they had to come at him. And he was hitting them hard and he did a really good job. But as of late, we haven't seen that. You know, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. went 1 for 4, had the infield single. I think it was in the 9th inning there, or it was the 8th inning, one of the two. He went 1 for 4. Freddie Galvis 1 for 4. Eric Sogard 1 for 3, obviously with the home run. And Randall Grichuk was 1 for 4 in the ball game. And Danny Jansen, can we talk about this guy for a second? I mean, we go back to about a month ago. I mean, let's go back to this real quick. A game against the Boston Red Sox, okay? And Danny Jansen, man, he was struggling. He was not looking good at the plate. He was hitting $168. That is awful when you're already in middle to late June and you're hitting 168 as a starting catcher. That's not good. I don't care how young or a rookie you are. I don't really care. 168 is awful. And Danny Jansen at that point on June 23rd against the Red Sox went 1 for 4 in the ball game. It was hitting 168. In the game prior, he was hitting 166. That is atrocious. Now, was that the game where he walked it off? No, it wasn't. But after that game, everything changed. Like I said, put that date in your mind. June 23rd, he went 1 for 4, raising his batting average 2 points to 168. All right, as of right now, on July 14th, not even a month later, Danny Jansen today went 2 for 4 in the ball game, and with that 2 for 4, he's hitting 218. He's raised his average almost like what is the math here? 68, so 32, 18. Is that? Oh my God, 50 points? Am I right with 50 points? Something along those lines for Danny Jansen. That's a huge amount when you're already, how many plate appearances he had, how many at-bats has he had? He's had 216 at-bats coming into the ball game. And to raise your average that much, he's on one heck of a hot streak. And you know why? He's not trying to be too pretty. He's not going up there trying to take pitches. If he sees a first pitch strike, he's gripping and ripping. And that's what you're seeing there today. How did he get his first hit? Gripping and ripping. Single through the left side. And he's looking great. Yeah, I didn't like that tag behind the plate, but he's been catching so well. He's starting to find his bat. We have a legit starting catcher in Danny Jansen. We just have to have patience with this kid. This right here, what we've seen from Danny Jansen, is the type of patience you have to have for all of these youngsters. Jansen had that great second half of the year last year once he got called up to the big leagues. Then this year, he's been awful. But for the last, month, just under a month, he's been fantastic. That's what happens with young players. Then they start finding some consistency, and then they start getting into a groove. You saw Lourdes Gurriel Jr. there for a while, but now he's kind of slowed off a little bit over the last little while. He's kind of slowed down, but that's okay. He'll find his groove again. Same with Vladdy. Same with I keep saying Bo Bichette. Kevin Biggio. I guess his Bo Bichette's in my mind because I've been hearing a lot about him lately. So for Danny Jansen, he just has to continue to go out there and do what he's doing right now. Go up there, swing at good pitches, and good things will happen. And that's what's happening to him right now. He's doing fantastic. But other than that, though, other than the hits we talked about, those 6, that's it for the Blue Jays. They had nothing really going today. Derek Lugga, like I said, 2/3 of an inning. He got 3 hits, 1 run, struck out 2. Wasn't very good. But Justin Schaefer, again, a guy to keep an eye on here. The closer with Buffalo Bisons gets called up today because of, well, actually, it wasn't because of the injury to Clayton Richard, because Edwin Jackson got called back up. But Justin Schaefer, the closer for the Bisons, has been damn good down there, and he's been surely impressing me here at the big league level. He went an inning and a third today, didn't give up a hit, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 1. He was awesome. He cleaned up Derek Law's mess there in the 8th inning. So with the very minimal time that he's been here, 11 2/3 innings, he's got an ERA of 2.31. He's looking real good as Justin Schaefer. Walks, how many walks has he had? So 8 walks, that's actually quite a few. But he's given up 3 runs, get 11 strikeouts in 11 2/3. He's looking good. I like the looks of Justin Schaefer. Again, he's only 26 years old, so having a reliever at a fairly good age, that's nice to see, to build on moving forward, because this team is going to need it. All right, so we're going to quickly go into the minor leagues before we preview the next series. All right, the Buffalo Bisons were in action. Is it over now? It's over now. They won 4-3 today over the Pawtucket Red Sox. All right, and Bo Bichette was 1 for 5 with an RBI in the game. He's hitting .298 on the year, struggling a little bit lately, but good to see him get a hit in his last at bat. Where are we here? Any other positives? Thomas Pannone on the mound. Can we talk about this guy? 4 innings, 3 hits, didn't allow a run, walked 1 and struck out 4, but he's got a 1.66 ERA down there. Now, we know what Thomas Pannone is at the big league level, but is he starting to find the confidence? Is he starting to find things that work? And I don't know. Maybe Thomas Pannone's going to come back up here and do some good things. I don't know. But seeing him perform well at AAA, it's nice. We have not seen at all in his career, we have not seen Thomas Pannone dominate at AAA, and that's what we're seeing right now, so it's great to see. My boy, the reliever, Zach Jackson, continues to impress me like crazy. He's had I looked at his last 10 outings, hasn't given up a run. He's 7-0, he got the victory there today in 2 innings, 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 5 guys. Do the math. 2 innings, that's 6 outs. He had 5 strikeouts. ERA of 2.72 for Zach Jackson. He has looked fantastic, and he's my guy to get called up there in September. Excuse me, guys. But I love what we're seeing there from Zach Jackson there in AAA. New Hampshire doesn't play till 5 o'clock today, so we're not going to even mention those guys. Why? Because they haven't played yet. We're going to go into the Dunedin Blue Jays and Alejandro Kirk, that catcher. The young kid with 3 for 5 with an RBI and 3 runs scored today. He is hitting .324 down there in High A Dunedin. The guy is not even 22 years of age yet. Is he even 21? No, he turns. I think he turns. Oh boy, math. I think he turns 21 in November. I think that's the case. I could be wrong with that. but he's hitting 324. He's played 43 games. He's 142 at-bats, and he's hitting 324. Alejandro Kirk is turning some heads in the Jays organization, and we are loving it. Demi Orlamoya went 2 for 5 in the ball game. 3 RBIs, a couple runs scored. He's only hitting 223 on the year, however, but good to see him have a good ball game. Ryan Noda went 2 for 3 in the game with 4 RBIs. Did he have a grand slam? I'm not sure. He's only hitting 239, though, on the season, is Ryan Noda. And that's really it down there for them. And down with the Lansing Lugnuts. All right, 1 for 2 for Gabriel Moreno. He's having a ball game there today. They're still going right there in only the 5th inning there in Lansing. Or it's not in Lansing. They're playing on the road, but for the Lansing Lugnuts. With the 1 for 2 as of right now, he's hitting 307 on the year as Gabriel Moreno. So I'm loving what we're seeing from this young kid, 19 years old, dominating A-ball. It's great to see. And speaking of young kid on the mound, Eric Pardinho, the young sensation for the Blue Jays, our top 10 prospect. For me, he's top 5 prospect. He might even be the top 5 prospect. I'm not too sure. But for me, he's top 5 prospect in the organization. Very, very young kid. I mean, what's his age? How old is he? He's 18 years old. He turned 18 in January. He is 18. He is in Lansing in A-ball, and he's pitched 4 innings today. 3 hits, no runs, walked 1 and struck out 2. His ERA, and I think it's 3 starts, is 2.08 at A Lansing at 18 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about the waves of young players. We've seen the Vladdy, Kevin, and Bo Bichette regime kind of coming in. Same with Nate Pearson. Those guys are coming. But then you have that next wave of guys like Gabriel Moreno, Griffin Conine, Jordan Groshans, and Eric Pardinho. Those 4 guys are on the same team. The young future is coming for the Blue Jays. Now, it's going to take some time, but when you see positives like what we're seeing from Eric Pardinho there today and guys like Alejandro Kirk today, it's great to see for the Blue Jays fans. You lost today, yes, but they've played some great ball games. They lost 4-0, they lost 4-2, and they won 2-1. They didn't allow 5 runs against the Yankees. The only home run they gave up was to Tachman there in the game today off of Derek Law. What an amazing job by the Blue Jays. I got to say, I got to give them credit. You know, they've lost games, yeah, but they've been in every single ball game against really good teams. They're looking good, all right? So you know what, guys? Let's quickly run through the series against the Red Sox because we're already short for time here. Game 1 of the 3-game set against the Red Sox goes tomorrow night at Fenway Park. Trent Thornton, Rick Porcello, 7:10 first pitch at Fenway. Game 2, it looks like Jacob Wagyu's back against Andrew Kashner, the newly acquired Andrew Kashner, for the Boston Red Sox, 7:10 first pitch on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, it's a 4-gamer. Okay, so Wednesday is going to be Aaron Sanchez versus Eduardo Rodriguez. That's at least the matchup right now. It's 7:10 first pitch. And then it slotted in right now. Will it happen? I'm not sure. Thursday afternoon, so it's an afternoon game on Thursday. Sean Reed-Foley, Chris Sale is a starting pitching matchup to round out the 4-game series against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. All right, so good news. Edwin Jackson isn't slotted in the rotation at all. So that's good news. All right, so for the Blue Jay fans, yeah, you don't want to play the Yankees anymore, but now you got to play the Red Sox. Yay. All right, so guys, thank you guys so much for listening, and if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys did not enjoy the game today, but you know what? I've enjoyed watching Blue Jays baseball lately because they've been competitive ball games. Smack that like button, do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on this team, your thoughts on the minor leagues. What I've been talking about in these videos, go nuts in the comments below. And check out my main man, Mo Buckets on Twitter, guys. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. If you guys did not see the Grichuk home run today, he posted on the Instagram page. Go check it out. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys Blue Jays edition, obviously, tomorrow in Game 1 of the 4-game series against the Boston Red Sox. All right, Trent Thornton, Rick Porcello is the starting pitching matchup at Fenway Park. 7:10 first pitch. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.